hi. This moon-looking object here is actually a melted down block of polystyrene, made from a whole bunch of these trays from our school cafeteria. Thanks to the Styro Genie, we can close loop recycle, which means these trays become this block, which become these trays, and this goes to this, and this, and this, and this, and that has us over the moon. Didn't see you there. I see you've managed to find your way to Dripping Springs' most innovative lab, Sty Labs. This is where we house our new composting system. Follow me. This is the Styro Genie. Advanced polystyrene waste reduction. What is polystyrene, you might ask? Polystyrene is a petroleum product, a synthetic polymer made from the monomer styrene. It's plastic, it comes from oil. You use it in appliances, electronics, but most familiarly, your lunch trays. What's the main ingredient in your lunch trays, you might ask? Surprisingly, it's air. And the Styro Genie is particularly good at melting down the actual styrene and getting rid of the air, reducing the volume of the lunch trays. At the end of the day, the polystyrene lunch trays are brought out to this machine, the Styro Genie, and are melted down into a block. That block is then collected and transported back to the company, which then turns that block into a liquid styrene, which is then turned back into lunch trays, which then come right back to our lunch tables. Whoa, it's the compost accelerator. Let us begin. Let us begin. You might have noticed the new waste collection bins at the end of lunch, when you have to dispose of your food and your tray, you know? That's when the organic matter is brought here and dehydrated and sanitized within an inch of its life. The organic matter in the compost accelerator is then turned into a nutrient-rich material, which looks kind of like coffee grounds, which can be added into any real carbon base you have, like grass clippings from the ag building example, which then turns into one fantastic fertilizer.
Here at the Dripping Springs Ag Facility, we take the waste from animals, we take the compost that we make from that, put it into old feed bags, recycle them, and then sell those. We use the proceeds from that sale to go back into materials and supplies down at the ag barn for students to use, such as shovels, wheelbarrows, brooms, bedding for animals, whatever that might entail.
Every day, we generate nearly 2,000 polystyrene trays, which fills 34 of these. With the Styro Genie, we can convert 2,000 of these into this block. Thanks to chemistry and reverse polymerization, we can take this block and turn it into this styrene monomer, which then turns back into these trays. I'm Ebony. And I'm Avery. Now back to the show.
So you might be wondering, why do we even use polystyrene trays if they're a petroleum byproduct? Wouldn't biodegradable trays be more environmentally friendly? Well, the truth is we're dealing with an institutional volume that cannot possibly be composted. In addition, biodegradable trays still end up in the landfill and still end up anaerobically decomposing. Anaerobic decomposition happens when organic matter decomposes in the absence of oxygen and produces methane gas, a greenhouse gas anywhere from 26 to 80 times as potent a greenhouse gas than CO2. When organic waste goes into a landfill, this is the type of decomposition that occurs, because landfills are sealed when they're full. That's bad news for humans everywhere, but especially those along the world's coastlines and low-lying island nations, because more heat trapped in the atmosphere means more heat absorbed by the hydrosphere, which means sea levels rise. With the Styro Genie system, this input to the landfill is eliminated, meaning less space used for trash in the landfill and less greenhouse gases produced.
So why are we doing this? You know, it's time for our society to change the way we're managing our waste. Our oceans, the air we breathe, our soils, and future generations depend on this. It's time to implement very simple waste reduction and diversion solutions dedicated to reducing greenhouse gases, specifically methane. Methane has a global warming potential over 30 times that of CO2. When organic material ends up in our landfills, whether it's paper, food waste, and even compostable products, these things do not biodegrade, but rather they break down anaerobically, very slowly, releasing this powerful greenhouse gas, methane. Join the movement. Be part of this change.